The Mystic, Amina Zidane, 3 will, 3 book, 3 fist, and 3 foot. He's pretty much Jenny Barnes, I guess. Traits. Chosen and Cursed. When you play an asset, reduce the resource cost by 3. It enters play with 1 doom on it. Limit once per round. Kinda cool. It's like a David Renfield ability, basically. Except better? Elder Sign effect +2. You may move all doom from a card at your location to another card at your location. Interesting. And then her weakness, Deafening Silence. It is an omen, revelation. Move 1 doom from this asset you control to the current agenda. You may cause the current agenda to advance if no doom is moved. Deafening Silence shuffle definitely stands silence back into your deck. Interesting. It's like a weird Ancient Evils. And then she has 2 events that are 0 and 2. Word of Wheel is a pact. Amina is on the deck only. Fast. When you perform a skill test on an asset with 1 or more doom on it, add your will to your skill value for this test, and the Word of Woe is in your discard pile. You may shuffle it back in your deck. And then we had the Word of Woe. 2 cost. Amina on deck only. Fast. Play on their turn. Place 1 doom on an asset you control to resolve an action ability on it, ignoring all costs, including the action cost. Then, if Word of Wheel is in your discard pile, you may shuffle in your deck. It's a really interesting ability. Not really sure. I don't know. Doom manipulation's always been kind of hard to pull off. Deck size 30. Deck building options. Mystic cards level 0 to 5. Neutral cards 0 to 5. Charm cards 0 to 4. Requirements. Word of Woe, Word of Wheel, Deafening Silence. Okay. So, she's basically a better version of Marie, I guess. I don't know. I've never really gone too heavy in the Doom mechanic. Every time I've seen people try it, it just doesn't go well. But I know the Scarlet Keys is supposedly going to fix that. We'll see. Here we have Living Ink. 0 cost asset. It's a ritual, customizable, and purchase Living Ink. Choose a skill and circle an upgrade sheet. Use 3 charges. Remove 1 charge from Living Ink at the start of each of your turns. If Living Ink has no charges, discard it. Get +1 chosen skill. I mean, that's pretty cool. And takes up a body slot. Mystics don't care. Alright, we got our circle icons for skills up there. First cost, Shifting Ink. You may play Living Ink under your control of another investigator location. Kinda handy. Subtle Deception. At the start of your turn, you may choose not to remove 1 charge from Living Ink, nor ability for the remainder of the round. Wait, what? Not to remove 1? Oh, you have to ignore the ability, though. I mean, that's pretty cool. Allows you to be more situational, save it up. Imbued Ink. Living Ink enters play with 2 additional charges and takes up an arcane slot instead of body slot. Cost 2. I mean, that's pretty good, and that's not unreasonable. Ooh. For 2 XP, Eldridge Ink, circle another skill, so getting 2 skill tests. You can upgrade Eldridge Ink again to circle another skill, so you can have 3 skills for 5. But 3 skill bonuses, that's damn good. Macabre Deception. Living Ink gains reaction after you roll a chaos token with a symbol. Exhausted with a charge. Okay. What's going to happen here if it's exhausted? Nothing. Yeah. I wonder if that actually works with plus and curse tokens. Oh, you can get away with so much nonsense with this. 3, 6, 8. And immune. Yeah. Vibrancy. Living Green gets a +1 circle and other skill. So 5, 6. Damn. Almost. Almost could pull off some really cool jank stuff with this thing. I like this card. It's really flexible. And it's really creative. We have Power Word. 3 cost event. Pitch for a book. Customizable. Fast. Playing during only your turn. Attached to a non-elite enemy at your location. Action. If attached enemies at your location, parlay and give it a command. Limit once per round. Go. Enemy moves once in the direction of your choice. Or cower. That enemy exhausts. That's pretty cool. Just attach it to it and parlay test it, I guess? Or no, it's not even a test. Just go do it. That's pretty handy. And we have 3 copies of it. Alright. Our upgrades are Betray. Add the command Betray. Deal 1 damage to enemy's location with equal or lower fight value. I mean, that's really cool with the server, too. You can have an avatar that does fun stuff, and you can just have enemies be your slaves and do dumb stuff. And you can have 3 of these? That's pretty good. Mercy. Add the command Mercy. Investigate this enemy. Heals damage or horror equal to its respective damage or horror. That could be pretty handy, too. Confess. Add command Confess. Discover 1 clue at the enemy's location if its health is equal to or higher than the location shroud. Yeah, that's pretty good. Distract. Add command Distract. Automatically evade any enemy at this enemy's location with equal or lower evade value of the enemy. Yeah, these are a lot of really cool instant abilities that just... Yeah, I like this. Man, Mystic's got some creative cards. Greater control for 2 XP, power word gains fast, return power word to your hand. That could be really cool. Man, you can just get away with this. Sister Mary and Diana Stanley. Kill things, get it back, just dump a bunch of things. Yeah, God, this card fits Diana Stanley so well. It's a cult with brainwashing, with monsters. For 3 XP, we have Bonded. You may activate the Parlay ability on Power Word from up to 1 location away from the touched enemy. Okay, so you need to do that to actually get it to do stuff for you. Then 3 XP for Tongue Twister. When you Parlay with Power Word, you may give up to 2 different commands. That's pretty powerful. And then with 3 XP, we have Thrice Spoken. You may include 3 copies of Power Word in your deck. When you give a command using 1 copy, also give them to each other enemy that... Oh, this card is so efficient. And it's so much fun. It is... This card is great. I love this card. Cool. We have the unique Summon Servitor. Cost 2. Pitch for a brain. It's an asset. And it's a summon. It takes up an ally slot and a mystic slot, so it's like the Hound. Trait is Summon. Customizable. As an additional cost to place a Summon Servitor, you must discard another asset you control. That kind of sucks. Summon Servitor is play at your location. It can take 1 action during each full turns, which can only be used to take the following actions. Move Summon Servitor, connect, reveal location. Okay. So, what do we have for its upgrades? Armored Carapace. Summon Server gains a health value of 3 and can be assigned damage dealt to you or investigate your location. That's not bad. Claws that catch. Add this action. Fight. You may find an enemy location with a base strength of 4. Ignore the aloof and Chalice keywords for its attack. That can be really handy. Jaws, that's Snatch. Add this action. Evade. You attempt to evade an enemy location with a base of 4. Ignore any elite keywords for this evasion attempt. Can you just move this guy around and have him attack stuff for you? Huh. Yeah, you can't just send him to go do your dirty work. It's a true minion. Eyes of Flame. Add this action. Investigate. Gets an action and goes around and does nonsense for you. You can just sit in a corner. Wings of Night. After some server moves from your location and connect you may move. That's actually pretty good. Dominance. Summon Server no longer 2 XP. No longer takes up a circle, arcane, or ally slot. That's pretty good too. Dream Call. 3 XP. Instead of discarding another asset you control in order to play Summon Server, you may turn that asset to its owner's hand. I do like that. I love rebounding things to get charges. For 5 XP, Demonic Influence. Summon Server can take 2 different actions in one. That's pretty good. Yeah. Actually having a minion that you could just send around and do jank stuff with. That's pretty cool. Next up, we have our Ceremonial Sickle. 3 asset, 1 fist, item, charm, weapon, melee. Fight. Either use your will or get +1 fist for the attack. When you initiate this ability, choose one. Exhaust Ceremonial Sickle and place 1 doom on it to get +1 skill value and deal +1 damage. Or, if this attack defeats an enemy, remove 1 doom from the Ceremonial Sickle. Another weird meat cleaver type deal. Except with doom this time. Now for 4, we have Dowsing Rods, an asset, book, item charm, action investigate. Either use your brain or your book, or get +1 book for this investigation. When you use the ability, choose one. Exhaust Dowsing Rod, place 1 doom on it, move to a connecting location. Okay. If the investigator discovers the last clue at the location, so it just kind of lets you travel around faster. But I guess you use the original shroud value of the location to test it. And then we have Hollow Chalice. So 3 cost asset, pitch for a brain, item charm, action choose investigate location, and either choose one. Exhaust the Hollow Chalice, place 1 doom on it, heal 2 damage or 2 horror from investigator. Or heal 1 damage or 1 horror from that investigator. If you heal the last damage or horror from that investigator, remove 1 doom from Hollow Chalice. Well, I guess Mystics. No, they have spells. Why is this here? Next up, we have the Onyx Pentacle. 3 cost asset, pitch for a foot. It is an item in a charm. Evade. Use your brain or get +1 foot for his evasion temp. And use the ability to choose one. Exhaust Onyx Pentacle, place 1 doom on target enemy. At your location, connect location, get +1 skill if out of the evasion temp. If you succeed by 2 or more. I guess they're trying to get away from spells, or you just really want to put doom out. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, there's a lot of things that give you extra spell slots, too. Is that really that great? Next up, we have Eldridge Initiation. It's an event, cost 1, pitch for a brain in a book. For each arcane slot you have, draw 1 card, max 5. For each filled arcane slot you have, choose and discard 1 card from your hand. Okay. Kind of a weird card. And then we have our X cost event, Explosive Ward spell. Before you play Explosive Ward, you may discard any number of cards from your arcane slots. Deal X damage to a non-enemy engaged with you. X can be greater than the number of empty arcane slots you have. The action does not provoke. I guess this card is good. Pitch for 2 fists. But you pay 5 to deal 5, and then you have to discard. It's really expensive. That one's definitely not to be played around with a bit. Next up, we have String of Curses. 1 cost event. It's a fist and a foot. Parlay. Choose a non-elite enemy at your location and either choose one. Automatically evade that enemy and place 1 doom on it. It cannot take damage for the remainder of this round. Discover 1 clue at your location. That's pretty neat. If an enemy has 1 or more doom on it, defeat it, gain 1 resource for each doom that was on it. That could be pretty neat too. An interesting card. Next we have Binder's Jar for 2 cost and 1 XP. It's an item and relic, takes up an asset's accessory slot. You get +1 arcane slot for each enemy beneath Binder's Jar. Reaction, after a non-elite enemy is defeated at your location, place the enemy face down under the jar, limit 2 enemies beneath it. So 2 extra arcane slots. Reaction, if an enemy attacks you, discard an enemy beneath Binder's Jar that serves true with the attack and cancel the attack. That's a pretty weird item that does some really neat stuff. Too bad you can only have 2 enemies beneath it. I do like it though. Next we have our 1 skill card, Ghastly Possession. 1 XP, pitch for a wild. Innate spell traits. After you commit Ghastly Possession to a skill test or asset, choose 1. Place 1 doom on the asset. Ghastly Possession gains. This is just like that other card that does stuff. Can't remember it. I'll find it. Or, if this test is successful, either remove 1 doom from the asset or replenish half its uses, rounded down. Well, that could be really cool. Very flexible card. Next, we have Astro Mirror. 3 cost, 2 XP, Pitch for a fist. Ritual. For each of your arcane slots that are empty, you have one additional hand slot. That's hilarious. What is that Indian god with all the arms? I can't remember. But that's what I'm imagining here. That's hilarious. You may take additional action during your turn, which you only use one asset to one of your hand slots. Who's a mystic that doesn't want to play spells? Well, I guess Diana could. No, she wants her will to go. I don't know, but that'd be great. Just here's 2 machine guns. Next, we have Ellie Rubish. 3 cost, asset, 2 XP, pitch for a brain and a foot. Another witch ally. You get +1 skill value or resolving a skill test on an attached asset. 1 doom on each attached asset does not count towards the agenda's doom threshold. Exhaust Ellie Rubish. Choose an asset in your player with 1 or more doom on it attached to Ellie Rubish or switch to attached asset. Limit 2. It's very situational. Next, we have upgraded Moonlight Ritual. 0 cost, 2 XP, pitch for a book, a foot, and a wild. Fast play during your turn. Remove all doom from a non-elite card at your location. I mean, with the doom mechanics, I see this being really handy. But I don't really like the doom mechanics. So, we have Sin Eater, which is a 3 XP permanent. 6 XP since it's exceptional. It's permanent. Exhaust Sin Eater. Remove 1 doom from an asset you control Sin Eater. Then either ready that asset or place 1 charge on it. Action. Remove all doom from Sin Eater. For 6 XP. Yeah, really gotta put the doom mechanics to get a good feel of that card. We do have an upgrade on Cage of the Soul. Costs 3 XP. Ugh. Pitch for a brain and a wild. You may discard a spell ritual asset you control. Play a spell ritual card from your hand or discard pile, reducing its recourse cost by 3. Is this really better? You may discard a spell or ritual asset you control. Play a spell ritual card from your hand or discard pile. Let's see, play stuff from the discard pile. Yeah, I don't know. For 3 XP, but that's like getting another shriveling back. Really, I don't know how I feel about it. And then we have upgraded Ceremonial Sickle. So it costs 3, 4 XP now. Pitch for 2 fists. Charm weapons. Melee. Fight, either use your will, get +1 attack, initiatives. Choose 1, exhaust Ceremonial Sickle, +1 doom on it, get +3 skill value, and deal +1 damage attack. For 4 XP. Jeez, that's pretty expensive. So it's kind of weird with this set. They didn't do the normal, like, here's 3 spells that do fight, evade, and investigate. Instead, it's items. Well, I guess it's just the doom threshold thing. Here's your last 2 mystic cards. Desmond Rod, cost 4. It's an asset. Pitch for 2 book, 4 XP. Item charm. Action investigate. Choose a will or book. Choose 1. Desmond Rod. Exhaust Desmond Rod. Place 1 doom on it. You get +2 skill value for this. Exhaust Desmond Rod. Place 1 doom on it. To move to a connecting location, +2 skill value for this investigation. If this investigation discovers the last clue location, remove all doom. For +2 versus your brain, I mean, there's better spells. It's just not that great. Onyx Pentacle. 3 cost, 4 XP, asset, pitch for 2 foot, item charming, action evade. Okay, so exhaust Onyx Pentacle, place 1 doom on target enemy at your location, get +3. I feel like these are severely overpriced.